Hey guys, it's Nina. I haven't really posted a video since Vlogmas, so this is my first video, and I did a little poll to see what you guys wanted to see in this video. You guys really wanted to see a sit down video, and so here I am. I didn't know what topic to do, but one of my friends messaged me and told me what kind of stuff they wanted to see, and she gave me a really good idea. So this video is going to be about LGBT misconceptions. As myself, who is in the LGBT community, I can kind of voice my opinion more and show my perspective, because I do get a lot of these misconceptions in different conversations. I hear it online. It's all people just assuming things and not wanting to find out. They just like to have their ignorant opinions and not try and see if that's true or not, I guess. The first one is that LGBT is very promiscuous, and that's honestly actually it's really offensive. And people assume that if you're gay or if you're bi or if you are lesbian, that you just like to be you like to have sex and you like to be promiscuous and just go at it all the time. And it's just not true. The amount of promiscuity between the LGBT community and between heterosexuals is the same. It depends on what your preference is personally, and if you want to do that kind of thing, if you want to have sex with multiple people, whether it's a girl or a boy, then that's you. And if you don't, then that's you. And there's no judgment, and there's no assuming that if you're gay or if you're lesbian or if you're bi or if you're transgender that you would want to do that more than heterosexuals. It doesn't even make good sense. But anyways, that's number one. The second thing is that people believe that when you have gay or lesbian parents, your child is 100% going to be gay or lesbian, which is not true, because people don't understand that you just don't choose to be gay or lesbian or bi or transgender. You just don't. It just happens, and there's no you can't just because you're in the environment. You would assume that if you were in the environment of a gay or lesbian parents or whatever, you would be more inclined to be gay or lesbian, and that's just not true. Being gay is not even you can't control it. It just happens. And for people to just assume that you are bound to be gay if your parents are gay is just kind of wrong. There's lots of families with straight children and gay or lesbian parents, or vice versa. My parents are not gay or lesbian, but I'm bi. People need to stop assuming that, because it's just not true. This one, number 3, this one really just kills me. Okay, so people, and I've seen this secondhand from my friends, and it really bothers me, and it's the fact that people think that gays or lesbians or bisexuals or transgender, any of them, the whole LGBT community, they like every single person of the same sex. It's so annoying. Okay, I mean, I can't personally speak on this myself, but I see it and it really annoys me. If you're gay, where you just males, and if you're lesbian and you just girls, people assume that anybody that you talk to or that you're friendly with is that somebody that you like. And I'm no, I can be friends with this girl and not have a crush on her. Duh. Because what do I look like to assume that a straight male likes every single girl that he's talking to, even if he's just being friendly? No. You're not gonna like every single person that you talk to in a crush or intimate way. That just doesn't make sense. So whenever people assume that oh, you're lesbian, so and they're oh my god, does she like me? Oh my god. Or vice versa, or they're oh my god, does she like me? And then their parents start freaking out. They're oh my god, maybe you shouldn't be hanging out with her because maybe she has a crush on you and she'll turn you gay. I'm what? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know where people get these misconceptions from, but it just doesn't make sense. Number 4 is that being bisexual means that either you can't choose or that you were into guys, but guys did you wrong and all this kind of stuff. So you were like, okay, maybe girls won't do me wrong. So let me try girls and see if that works out and my relationships go better. No, 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 no. I'm bisexual because for whatever reason, I am attracted to males and females. Did I choose that? No. Did it happen? Yes. Am I happy with the way I am? Yes, that's just how I am. Like, that's it. Like, there's no other explanation needed. And for people to just assume that, like, oh, all these guys, they did you wrong, they used you in the past, so this is just your way of, like, moving past boys and trying to experiment. It just, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't understand. Okay, number 5 is probably the most common misconception, and it's the fact that people think that you can't be born gay. Like, I wish there was a way to really communicate this to people, especially to people who it just can't go through them. It just can't be processed that people are actually gay or bi or lesbian or transgender or any different gender, like gender fluid. Like, people just don't understand that, and unless you want to understand it, you just won't. And that's where the ignorance comes in, and it's like you don't even try to sit down and like talk to somebody who is gender fluid or who is lesbian, gay, bi, like any of the LGBT community, and try and think like, okay, how does this work? And how can I support you in any kind of thing that you're going through? Because I know that your life is different than my life, but how can I help? Nobody ever wants to do that unless you are part of it, and that's the problem. And for people to just be like, oh, well, you can't be born gay, you just chose that. No, I didn't. Did I choose to be black as well? No. Did I choose to be a woman as well? No, I just am. I'm a black bisexual woman, and that's what I am, and I can't do anything about it, and I really don't want to do anything about it because I love who I am and I can't change it anyway. So even if I didn't love who I am, you need to learn to, because every single one of us is very unique and very different, and none of us look the same, none of us act the same, and I wouldn't want to be anybody else. Other thing, number 7, is that it's just a phase. Like, it will, this goes back to like, this is not a choice thing. Like, it's not a phase. Like, this is not like a, oh, I'm experimenting my sexuality. Like, there's a time in, I'm sure almost every LGBTQ community person's life where they're kind of like second guessing themselves, and they're like, okay, wait, do I like girls? Do I like this? Like, I'm not really sure if I'm attracted to them or I just think they're attractive. There's a lot of questioning going on within themselves and within myself especially, where I was like, okay, do I like this girl or am I just attracted to her? Do I just think she's pretty? Because those are two completely different things. And if you claim that you are lesbian or gay and you know that you're not, please don't do that, because it's really, really annoying. Like, when you say, oh my God, this guy did me wrong, you know what? I'm just gonna be lesbian, that'll solve my problem. Oh my God. I literally hate that so much, because this is not a choice. It will never, ever, ever be a choice. And for someone to just be like, oh yeah, I'll just turn gay because somebody doesn't like me or somebody did me wrong. Like, no, you can't turn gay. That's not a thing. It's impossible. You cannot ever, ever turn gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender. You can't just turn those things. That's who you are and that's who you will be for life. Like, it's just, you can't choose it, and it's not a phase. It's real life, believe it or not. Number 8, I think, is what we're on, is that all gay men are like, oh my God, ha, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Or like when people say like, oh, I want a gay best friend so bad. Like, I can't even imagine what gay men go through when they hear stuff like that, because I know it's so irritating, because like, oh my god, I wish I had a gay best friend, and they think, oh, gay best friend as in like another girl basically, but a guy. That's what they're envisioning, and they think that like having a gay best friend is just like having a guy friend but being able to talk to them about girl things, and that's not really the case. The thing is, gay men are just very much more accepting and understanding because they're open-minded. They have guy friends that are not gay, like that's a thing. And for like other people to think that, oh, those lesbians that are like really tough and have like the short haircut and like wear like flannel, like that's such a stereotypical thing to say. And it's like, we're all people too. If a guy wants to wear freaking makeup and heels and rock that at school, outside of school, wherever he wants to, let him do it. Let him do it. First of all, you don't even have to be gay to do that. So, and like the idea that like you just have to be gay if you like to do your makeup, or you like to wear heels, or you like to wear skirts, or like to cross dress or anything like that. Like, you don't have to be gay to do that. That's just something that you like to do, and there's no problem with that. There's no problem with that. There's like, if you think there's just something wrong with people's masculinity, and they just are so fearful that their masculinity will just completely vanish. Masculinity is so fragile that you cannot even bear to see a guy wearing makeup. Oh, God forbid. Clothes have no gender. Colors have no gender. Haircuts have no gender. A lot of people degrading others because they are a boy wearing makeup. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else but that person. So for you to go out of your way to go and insult somebody that has nothing to do with you for choices that are not yours is just so like, it's just so rude. And I'm like, why would you go out of your way to say something so disrespectful to somebody, especially when it has nothing to do with you? Like, that is not your decision, that is not your choice, that is theirs. So if they want to wear freaking makeup and heels and go outside and rock that, let them do it. And I just can't stand it when people just have to judge somebody just because they are different than you. You are your own person, they are their own person, and if you don't like it, then oh well. Misconception, I think this is 10. People think that if you are gay, lesbian, or bi, that you are trying, like, that's not the same as being transgender, basically. Like, if I was lesbian and I only liked girls, that's not a way of me thinking I'm a boy, or thinking that I'm a boy and trying to be straight and like girls. Like, that's not how that works. Transgender is different. That means that you think that inside you are a different gender than what is presented to everyone else on the outside, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there will never ever be anything wrong with that. And I really want people to understand that, because there's just nothing wrong with it, and it's just not the same as being gay or lesbian or bi. There's nothing about the gender that you are that is different when you are lesbian, gay, or bi. It's just who you are attracted to, just in case you didn't know. The last thing that I'm gonna say is that homosexuality is not a mental illness or a disease that can be cured. That's not a thing. It can't be cured because it's a sexuality and not a disease or an illness. There's boys that like boys out there, there's girls that like girls out there. Like, it's 2017, people. Like, get your head out of your ass and start educating yourself, please. Talk to somebody that is in the LGBT community and like get some insight and stop being so ignorant. Just to wrap up this video, I guess my last final words would be that if you are in the LGBT community, just know that I am always here, and I would be here for you even if I wasn't in the LGBT community. I am not being biased. This is something that I'm passionate about, because this is a big topic and there's a lot of misconceptions about the LGBT community that I thought needed to be addressed. You see that love is love, and that the way that you might love a girl or that you might like a guy is the same as me liking a girl or it's the same as a boy liking a boy and loving that person and wanting to marry them and wanting to have a family with them. It's the same thing. It's just a different gender. I love every single one of you, whether you are straight, you're bi, you're lesbian, you're gay, you're gender fluid, you're transgender, pansexual, I don't care. I love you, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you really like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe, please, and share this video because I think it's very important, and educate your straight friends. Please do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.